Satnam. Welcome to Kundalini Yoga. My name is Chan Tagdeep Singh, and this is the second week of my first Kundalini Yoga course. I actually held the course yesterday live for my students, and when I clicked the record button on my remote, I must have clicked it twice because we didn't record. And it looks like we are recording today, so I am gladly doing a makeup once again, this time here in my Kundalini practice studio. So yeah, we're here today to perform the Krya of Forgiveness. And before we begin the Kriya, I just wanted to speak a little bit on forgiveness itself. You know, this past week leading up to the class, I spent a lot of time trying to look at how I wanted to open this class up. You know, in my teacher training with Guru Singh, and Guru Singh, he created this Kriya for us in my teacher training. The credits to him. If you are interested in becoming a Kundalini Yoga teacher yourself, check the comments in the video or the description. And I have a link to the Kundalini University for the 200 and 300 hour yoga teacher trainings. Anyway, going on. Sorry, got to give credit where credit's due, right? And I'm very blessed to have gone through this training. But Guru Singh, you know, he's a very wise man, very into the science, the metaphysics. The way he teaches is very beautiful. So I was in my mind just trying to figure out how I want to teach this, and you know, some questions came through. Is like, what is forgiveness, and why do we forgive? Why is it important to forgive? And how can I talk about forgiveness? You know, one thing Guru Singh really talks about that I found to be just very beautiful and kind of mind-opening, to look at the word forgiveness itself. Forgive. Forgiveness is to give forward something from our past that we are holding on to inside. We want to give it forward so that we have access to these resources, these inner resources, these energies that are entangled with events, relationships, past relationships, dramas and traumas that no longer are actually present with us here today. Sometimes they even are present and we are still engaged in a situation. But to forgive, we are going to release that energy and give it forward so that we have access to use that energy in our present for building a brighter future. So for me, you know, Kundalini Yoga has been really profound. Having a daily practice for quite some time now, over a year. I can just give a real example of how forgiveness has truly come through in my life through the practice of Kundalini Yoga. You know, so through telling story, I think I can maybe impart some wisdom in my teaching here. You know, growing up, my parents divorced when I was pretty young, and I essentially lived with my father until I was 14 years old. And that was the legal age at which a child could choose to go live with their other parent if they wanted. And living with my father was pretty tough. You know, we would be taken to church multiple nights a week. We had scripture from the Bible used against us, used to insult, and to tell us that, you know, our mother is going to hell. There was just a lot of spiritual abuse that was also psychologically abusive. And in the later years, even some physical abuse as well. There was a lot of fear, and yeah, it was not a good time growing up there. I can tell you that much. And through that, I spent good amount of my adult and childhood in anger and holding resentment towards my father, you know. And it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I started to walk down this path of forgiveness. And, you know, it was funny. I was actually hanging out with my friend Mike one day, and we just decided, I don't know, maybe one of us suggested, you know, what if every decision was made based on a roll of a dice, like in Dungeons and Dragons, or on the flip of a coin? So we kind of played this sort of truth or dare game where one of us would make a suggestion for the other, and they would have to flip a coin, and if it was heads, we'd have to do the thing. If it was tails, we'd be clear. Well, Mike said, you know, and he knew a little bit about the things I was holding on to with my father. He said, if you flip heads, you need to find your father and tell him that you love him. And man, this was something pretty intense for me, because at that time I was still full of a lot of hatred and resentment. I'd come through with a lot of acceptance, but inside of me, whew, no, you know. So I ended up finding him somehow. Um, he got his phone number, and I wrote a whole long letter, and it was, you know, basically reading him his rights. Um, you did this to me, and you ruined my life because of this, and I blame you, and I blah 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 blah. But the time came to send it, and something in me just said, "Don't do it." So not what I agreed to with the coin flip. I'm just supposed to tell him that I still love him, or that I love him, and that's what I said. I said, despite everything that happened, I just want to let you know that I love you. And coming from an unconditional heart, it's like, if I could love a stranger unconditionally, why can't I love my father, right? But this helped to open a door on my path to forgiveness. Now, it wasn't until, you know, this past year that I really was able to walk through that door. Now, I remember being a kid, and, you know, my dad, I remember he would complain a lot about money. He did always seem to pay the bills, and we had a place to live and food to eat. It might not have been the best quality food, but I'm grateful now that we had the food to eat. But he would complain a lot about money, and then tax season would come or whatever, and boom, Dad bought a new stereo for himself. And meanwhile, you know, we're wearing pants to school that are 2 sizes too small. And I remember one day he had this thing he brought home from work, and it had like the salaries per hour of every position, and he was making less than like the janitor. For me, I saw that to remember this moment of judgment, and my father was not ambitious, and that he didn't care, and because of that we all suffered, right? And I made a decision that day: I'll never ever ever be like him, never be like him. And my anger, my pride, and thus I grew up. I left the nest of my mother's at 18, and some point I entered the workforce. I let myself I put myself under the thumb of authority, of others. I allowed myself to be a tool to make others a lot of money, and especially entered the culinary world. I had a culinary career for over 10 years. Cook. I was a head chef and manager at restaurants, sous chef, and a bartender, ran a retreat center, and for all this time, I just worked 50 plus hours a week, sometimes two jobs, sometimes one job salaried. I was destroying my body. I had no good relationships. I didn't have time to spend connecting with people. I miss family holidays. I became very alone and isolated, and I would turn to drugs and alcohol. I became a DJ for most of that time as well, and I just partied a lot. I had this resentment and this anger that I was just holding on to, and it was paired with this need through that anger and resentment to prove myself, prove that I was not like my father. And in doing so, I really destroyed myself and my body. To where about 2 years ago, I would wake up. This is the end of my career. I would wake up in the morning, in my sacral area, sacral coccyx, be so inflamed that it hurt to even get out of bed. Now, the plus side is this is what really put me onto my path of doing yoga every day. And that's a story for another day, is my yogic journey. But it was through doing Kundalini Yoga, getting into these Kriyas and releasing a lot of these energies, that I was able to remember that memory, that day that I judged my father that way. And I was able to, in that release, look at that very objectively, to kind of be removed from it, to see this big picture of, wow, how this moment led to decades of suffering. Any time on that timeline that I could have seen it and processed it and forgiven it, my life could have changed. And I'm just really grateful that I've been able to find this forgiveness now. Because by seeing that, not only was I able to forgive my father, because I just had this perception that I was holding on to from my childhood. It's trapped deep inside of me. And I was able to forgive him because it allowed me to see that he was just a man doing what he knew best for how to operate in the world. He had 3 children trying to raise on his own. And who am I to judge somebody, for their position in life, the karmas they face within themselves. But I was also able to forgive myself for years of abuse on myself. Hold my inner child, and allow myself to be present with myself. Say, I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to work and be a slave just so I could prove that I can make more money and be successful because I thought my father wasn't. Who am I to define someone else's success? It's just a beautiful thing that I can wake up today and be on this path that it doesn't really matter to me about making money. I just want to teach yoga. I want to teach and give and serve. So this is the gift of forgiveness that's been brought to me through Kundalini Yoga, and this is just one thread. And through this practice, as I release and experience these trapped emotions, so much more clarity comes through. I'm able to find forgiveness for so many things, small things and large things that have happened in my life. Let go of dramas and traumas, and ultimately opening my heart. Fully love and embrace the past, the present, and the future. See others as I see myself as others. And it's just a beautiful thing. So I hope that in this story there's been some wisdom that you've been able to take away. And I just hope that, I know all of us have things to forgive, and I still have things in there probably to forgive that I don't see. And I just wish everybody the best on this journey. And I hope this practice can be very helpful. Because forgiveness is the ultimate technology of healing. So let us all give forward our past. We can collect the resources, find peace, love, tolerance, compassion. All right. So with that, thank you for listening and being here. We'll go ahead and get started on this Kriya, the Krya of Forgiveness. We'll begin with our tune-in, the Adi Mantra. Adi Mantra, we will chant 3 times. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong, O-N-G, vibrates to open the head brain. Namo, like Namaste, where we bow as our gut, vibrates our gut brain. Gurudev, Guru, the light that reveals darkness. Dev, divine. We're calling in our own inner divine guru. In Kundalini Yoga, we don't seek a guru outside of us. Find that light within. We will say Guru Dev, activate our inner guru, which comes from our heart. The Namo, back down to the belly. So Ong, and with Ong, put our tongue to the roof of our mouth. Ong, Namo, Namo. Half inhale. Then Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. It's the Adi Mantra. Let's rub our hands together and put a little electrical circuitry through our hands, connecting our arms, connect through our hearts. Our heart is at the axis, also runs through our Kundalini, microcosmic orbits. So let's feel a little electricity here and take one big deep inhale, pushing the belly out. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. And begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Beautiful. Just sit in this energy for a moment. Our hands face up on our knees. Breathing deeply. Long, deep breaths. Breathing deep down to our roots, pushing our belly out and down on our inhale. Pulling our navel in and upwards on the exhale. Pushing all the breath out. Inhaling, pushing the belly out to fully expand the lungs. Once again, pulling the navel in deeply, fully exhaling the lungs. This is how we breathe as we move through our Kundalini Yoga asanas. We inhale, we think Sat. Exhale, we think Nam. This is our internal mantra. Inhaling Sat, Satya. Sat means truth. Nam. Nam is the name, it is the identity. We fully inhale our lungs with truth. We exhale the Nam. Breathing, truth is our identity. Now this will be our standard breathing, standard internal mantra, unless otherwise mentioned, as well as just to cover real quick our drishti, our internal or external point of focus with our eyes. Unless otherwise specified, we will want our drishti to be centered right in our third eye, between our eyebrows, having our attention focused here as we move, as we breathe, as we think our mantra. It's going to help bring our energy upwards. I find especially in this practice and many others, we have a lot of stored tensions in our lower body. We want to be able to bring that up for release. One other breath we will perform, we can cover real quick. The breath of fire. We'll use this a few times in this Kriya. So the breath of fire, the breath that's similar to the panting of a dog. You can get the rhythm. Stick your tongue out and pant like a dog. But what we're doing is pulling our navel in sharply up as we exhale. And that snap will come back and pull the breath in. So really we just focus on the exhale. But instead of having our mouth open, let's try it again with our mouth closed and through our nose. When we do the breath of fire, we want to see if we can focus on softening our diaphragm. Get a full use of that breath. All right. Now that we've moved through those basics, let's begin with our warm-ups. Start with Sufi circles. It is recommended to perform the Sufi circles straight on the ground. However, if it's more comfortable for you to be on a pillow, that is okay. You may put meditation blocks under your legs if you call for. Remember, in this practice, we don't want to push ourselves any further than we need to. This is not about performance. This is about finding your edge and just slightly leaning into it, letting our bodies know, I see you here, and we're ready to grow a little bit. signaling our bodies to know this is the direction we want to go. So our Sufi circles, let's begin with our hands on our knees, rotating in a counterclockwise direction, pivoting from our pelvis. We are opening our pelvis, our spine. We exhale when we go backwards, and we inhale going forward. Imagine that your pelvis is like a bowl of cookie dough batter, and your body is a rubber spatula scraping the sides of the bowl. Eyes invited to be closed with your attention at your third eye. Inhaling forward, pushing the belly out completely, moving at your own pace, moving with the breath. Exhaling back, pulling the navel in. Belly out on the inhale. Belly in on the exhale. Forward, we think sat. Moving backwards, we think nam. Really moving from the pelvis, keeping the heart lifted and the spine straight. Continue this direction for another 30 seconds before we switch to the clockwise direction. All right, on your next round forward, take a nice pause, and switch directions. Exhaling in reverse, inhaling forward. Exhaling backwards, pulling the navel in, inhaling forward, pushing the belly out. Nam. Continue Sufi circles for one more minute. All right, on your next round forward, inhale up, straighten the spine, lift the chest, the pelvis. Inhale deeply, pushing the belly out. Hold the breath in. Engage your root lock, tighten your perineum, hold the energy in until it's no longer comfortable to do so. Keep pulling the root lock and exhale completely, pulling the navel in, and release everything. And relax, your hands face up on your knees. Feel the energy starting to move inside. Notice how you feel. All right. For our next asana, we're going to do some extended spinal flexing. So with this, we'll sit here in easy pose, or you may even sit in rock pose if it's more comfortable, but we would really prefer easy pose here. And we'll take our hands halfway up our shins, get a nice grip. What we're going to do is on the inhale, rock forward on our hips, lifting our heart, lifting our head, gently looking up. On the exhale, slouching back, pulling the navel back, letting the navel lead. And bringing the head down, looking down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, push the belly out. Exhale, pull it in. Give you another angle. It's almost like doing cat-cows, but seated. You want to try to pull your heart up through your shoulders. Really trying to let the breath move us here. All right, keep the movement going, but move your hands to your knees. So lock into the knees. Inhaling forward, exhaling backward. It's going to help open the shoulders up, open the chest up a little more. And we're holding the shins, a little more focused on the lower back. Drishti, our focus is still on the third eye. Inhaling Sat as we go forward, pushing the belly out. Exhaling Nam as we go backward, and the navel in. All right, our next go forward, just inhale forward, hold. Pushing the belly out, engaging the root lock. Continuing to hold the root, exhale. And release. Sit in easy pose with your hands raised face up on your knees. Relax, feel the energy in you. Begins to move. Okay, wow. All right, so for our next asana, if you'd like to return to a meditation pillow or just remain seated on the floor, you can even go into a rock pose, sitting on your heels, whatever is most comfortable for you. We are going to let out some of our aggression, some of the anger we might have towards things in our past, in a positive, energetic way. So, their hands are mudra. Say mudra. Hold your thumbs in and wrap your fingers around it in a fist. Don't squeeze too tight. We don't want to hurt ourselves here. And if you ever do punch somebody or something, and I hope you don't ever feel called to, but just to let you know, normally you would not want to hold your thumbs like that. It'd be very dangerous on impact and damage your thumb. However, for the sake of this exercise, we are holding our thumbs. We're going to bring our arms in, lift with our chest, lift and straighten our spine. Deep inhale, pushing the belly in, or pushing the belly out. And on the exhale, breathe through our mouth. Inhaling the arm back in, exhaling a punch with the other arm. All right, so let's begin. Make sure you're pulling the navel in on the exhale. Letting it all out. Really allow yourself to let it out. these last 30 seconds, we'll inhale deep and punch on the exhale with both hands at the same time. All right, one more. Inhale as deep as you can. Really just let it all out in this one. Okay. Just take a nice deep inhale. Hold it. Shake the arms out. Shake the body. Exhale. Exhale. Rest for a moment. Breathing slow, normal, long, deep breaths. Watching your energy in your body. Notice what comes up without attachment. As we move through the practice, we may feel emotions from our past coming up, and the mind may want to attach things onto them in the present. And this can be difficult. We just have to do our best to not be attached. Just witness the emotion. Notice it's there. Notice what comes through in the mind, whether it's in the present or memory. Just observe the best we can. And know that what we're doing is releasing. We're letting it out. So it's no longer in us. To notice this was in us. Just remember, it is an act of compassion and self-love to be here doing this work. In our next two poses, I'm going to go into breath of fire poses. We're really firing up our solar plexus, the fire, the Agni, the transformer. We move these energies up, burn them in our fire. Our first pose here is the U pose on the back. So we'll come lying down. Ooh. Take a nice little stretch for a second. And with our heels flexed, our toes kind of pulling back, lift the feet, lift the legs up in a straight line above us. We'll lift the arms overhead. And we'll begin the breath of fire in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Keeping the legs engaged, the feet engaged. Focus on the third eye, pulling the navel in, snapping it. Satnam, 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 Satnam. We're halfway there. You're doing great. Remember, if you got to take a break, it's okay to take a break. Just do your best to get back into the position. "15 more seconds. You got this." 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale deep and hold. Engage the root lock. Exhale. And release. Come lying on your back. Whew. Sit with that energy for a moment. For our next asana, bring our heels up close to our backs. Kind of sitting up. Positioning our hands directly under our shoulders. If you perhaps have difficulty with this, or it's tough on your wrists, you can always come just down to your elbows. What we're going to do is lift with our pelvis into a bridge. Grab my timer a little closer. And for 1 minute, we'll do the breath of fire. Okay? So get into position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Halfway there. So imagine a string pulling up on your sacral, on your navel to the ceiling. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale and hold. Squeeze, hold the root. Exhale and release. Come lying down again, gently. Be gentle with yourself. Thank you for your bravery and being here today with this practice. Thank you for your bravery and showing up to face things that carry inside, or to free yourself from them. No easy task for anybody. Most won't even take a step forward towards this direction. So I commend you for being here with this practice. Just having the intention alone speaks volumes. Okay, so we'll come seated again. With our knees once again close to our hips. And here we will keep the right knee close. Extend the left leg. Give the right knee a big hug. And what we're going to do is flex the left foot and raise the leg about 6 inches off the ground. Move this out of the way. And we'll do long, deep breathing as we hold the leg above the ground, 1 minute on each side. So might be a little tough. Just hang in there. And ready, begin. Halfway there. Keep flexing the foot, pull the toes back towards you, hugging your leg. Oh. 5 seconds. All right. Relax the leg. And bring your left leg up into a bend. Extend the right. Hug the left again. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot. Raise the leg 6 inches. Long, deep breathing. Push the belly out on the inhale. Pull the navel in on the exhale. Halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And just give the legs a nice jiggle up and down, bouncing them up and down. Turn them left and right, side to side. This exercise really brings a centered force and a connectedness to the abdomen. The gut brain is really our center of intuition. And by working our gut brain, we're able to use our intuition better in our relationships. With better intuition, we're able to make decisions, build relationships where we don't put ourselves in a position where we need to find forgiveness nearly as often. All right, we're getting through this, everyone. Okay, so coming up onto our feet very gently. In a squat position with our feet 45 degrees out. Resting between our underneath our hips. Come into a crow pose. Now, if it's more comfortable, you may roll up your mat or use blocks for your heels if it's uncomfortable to put your feet all the way down. So from our crow pose here, I'm going to start here in prayer pose, which is known as the Atmanjali Mudra. Okay. What we're going to do is begin to inhale, our arms wide open. Exhale, bring them back to prayer, back to Atman Jali. We're going to do this for a minute. What we're kind of doing is, on this inhale, bringing an embrace to that which is unforgiven. And exhale, connecting it with a prayer. Inhale, push the belly out. Exhale. Let's do one more. Arms open really wide. Pull from the fingertips out. Come in, inhale deeply. Hold the breath, push the belly out. Hold the root and exhale. Just come standing up. Extending the legs. Extend the hips up in a forward bend. And just kind of rest here, dangling. Coming from this forward fold position. Lift, straighten the back, straighten the neck. So we're standing in kind of this L shape, right? From this position, our hips and our feet are in alignment. Feet facing forward. We want our toes, the back of our heels to be in a straight line. Okay. What we're going to do, begin by hugging ourselves right here. The shoulders in this position. And once again, as we inhale, our arms will come out. And our exhale, our arms coming back in. Inhale, arms out. And on the next exhale, as we come back in, switch the arm that overlaps the other arm. So left over right, and then right over left. And then left over right, and then right over left. Inhale, arms out, keeping the back straight, the neck straight, extended. Exhaling in. Keep the arms extended, feeling the fingertips pulling out. To extend the arms. You may even begin to feel the prana moving in the fingertips. Remembering to push the belly out on the inhale, thinking sat. Pulling the navel in on the exhale, thinking nam. Your next inhale, pull the fingers and arms out, extend the spine, inhale deeply, hold, Engage the root lock. And exhale. And release. Just make your way down to your hands and your knees. From here, we'll sit in rock pose. If you need to place a pillow, heels, or even between your legs, it helps make things more comfortable. I encourage your empowerment of feeling good in this posture. We're just going to sit here for a minute. Our hands on our legs, shoulders back, heart up, heart forward, spine up. Tilt the jaw down just a little bit. Breathe. Long, deep breaths. Push the belly out. Pull the navel in. Notice the energy in your body moving. All right, let's go ahead and just extend our legs. Shake them out. Bounce them up and down, left and right. And from here, we'll just come laying on our back for deep relaxation. And Savasana. Starting with the toes, or a big toe down to the tiniest one. Feeling a release and a relaxation. And let that create a wave like the ocean. A wave of relaxation that moves down your foot, down the arch of your foot and through your heels. Relaxing, relaxing, moving up through your ankles, your shins, your calves, sinking into the ground, melting, relaxing, moving up through the knees, through the thighs, thigh bones. Let them relax. Big wave, release, moving through the body, through our perineum, our anus, pelvis, our sexual organs, relaxing, our hips, buttocks, sacral and lower back, our navel and abdomen relax, spine, kidneys, liver and other organs, our stomach, intestines, relax. Feel the diaphragm relax and sink down to the body. Let your back melt into the ground. Relaxing the ribs, shoulder blades, the lungs, and the heart. Relaxing. throat, the collar, chest, down each arm, through the elbows, the forearms, to the hands, and then to each finger one by one, moving through each knuckle, sinking into the ground, melting. Find your throat and your neck, just relax. All tension releasing. The jaw feeling unhinged, just loose. The tongue, oh, so soft. Melting in the mouth. All the teeth relax. The cheeks, the nose, the eyes, the eyelids, the eyelashes, the eyebrows, forehead, the third eye, all relaxing. Softening the ears, the scalp, the crown, relaxing your hair, letting everything melt into the ground. Savasana, corpse pose. As we think about forgiveness, we emulate ourselves as a corpse, laying here relaxed and lifeless. Imagine seeing your death, the Grim Reaper, in whatever embodiment you imagine them to be. Imagine they are here to take you from this life into the next. And before you go, your life flashes before you, and all the loose ties, energetic knots, things that haven't been forgiven. Here. Look at all that pain that we suffered through in this life because of that. Never resolved. Now we're attached to it. We're attached to this life through it. That's in your death. I'm going to let them know when you do really come for us. We want to be able to go walking by your side with grace and peace. Don't want to be struggling, straining, stressing, in pain from all the things we haven't resolved within ourselves. In your death, we will learn to forgive, give forward. We may meet you in peace one day. Today is not that day. Today, we just merely rest. With that, let's bring this life back into these bodies. Begin wiggling your fingers and toes, gyrating the wrists, the ankles, one direction, the other. And taking deeper breaths, breathing into the body, bringing the prana into the body, connecting the palms of the feet, rubbing them together. Extending the arms overhead from the fingertips, feet, Down to the toes for a nice full body stretch. Stretching the heels of the hands. Bringing the arms out from side to side. Lifting a knee. Grab that knee with your opposite arm. Turn your head to face that arm. Turn the body into a cat stretch. Twist. Coming back up and do the same on the opposite side. Lifting the other leg. The knee. Twisting. Feels so nice. Bring our knees to our chest. Get a nice light rocking. Front and back. The spine. So become seated for our meditation. And find yourself in a nice, comfortable seated position. Okay, thank you all for your practice. So, this Kundalini Yoga, most of our closing meditations, what we do is typically some mantra in Sanskrit or Gurmukhi. Today's mantra will be in English, however. Just a reminder that when we forgive others, we also need to forgive ourselves. There's many situations where we're in situations, especially as children, we had no control over where we were, how we got there. To really take full responsibility for ourselves and our lives, we got to see the times when maybe we didn't think the situation would be what it is, but we did put ourselves there somehow. And it's okay. It's okay to go and try new things, and hopefully with growth we can discern wisdom. To remember, to forgive ourselves for all those times when we ended up hurt. We ended up in pain. So our mantra today, we'll take our left hand, receiving hand, we'll put it on our heart center. Our right hand, our giving hand, to the side. Projecting our heart energy to the universe. And our mantra will be, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. So we'll begin. Today we'll chant for 3 minutes. However, you may continue this for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 11 minutes, 22 minutes, so on. So let's go ahead and begin. Inhale deeply. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. Don't be afraid to feel it when you say it. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive myself too. One more time. Just really let it out. Really feel it from the heart. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I forgive myself too. I'm resting, palms face up, your legs. Sit for a moment. Feel that forgiveness. Not only do we have to learn to forgive, but we must learn to receive forgiveness as well. Now may the long time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. May the pure light within you guide your way on. So join me, rub your hands together, and close this class out with 3 long satnams. Thumbs at the sternum, hands pressed together, deep inhale. Satnam. Satnam. No. Thank you. Thank you. I thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I bless you. I bless you. I bless you. Thank you for your practice today. Satnam forever. I bow to you.